Hello students, in continuity of chapter 5, today we are going to study about incomplete dominance and codominance. First of all, we are starting with incomplete dominance. Actually, what is it? Incomplete dominance. The word suggests means कि dominance is there but is not pure or complete dominance. Which way it take place? When experiments on peas were repeated using other traits in other plants, it was found that sometimes the F1 had a phenotype that did not resemble either of the two parents and was in between the two. It means that if F1 generation is developed from their parents P1, at that time characteristics of F1 generation they are not same to their parents but is a fusion of two type of characteristics in between two characters. New character is observed in F1 generation. The inheritance of flower color in the dog flower, it means snapdragon or Antirrhinum species, is a good example to study incomplete dominance here. In a cross between true breeding red flower, it possesses two dominant allele R and true breeding white flower, it is having both recessive allele r. At that time F1 generation it shows R small r type of genotype. Actually it was pink color flower. So here we can say capital R is responsible for red color, small r is responsible for white color. Okay, and F1 generation it shows pink color flower, but in the parents it was red and white, no pink flower was observed. We are going to study in next figure also this case in detail. In this figure you can see the below box shows the various color flower of same plant. Here you can see pink color flower, white color flower and intermediate flowers also. So red, white, pink, all three colors of flower we can see here. How does it take place? If you take first P1 parent one parent is having red color flower and another is having white color flower. Red color flower genotype is capital R, white color small r. When gametes are produced at that time from red color flower, possibility one type of possibility capital R, from white color flower parent possibility is small r. Okay. When gametes fuse at that time F1 generation develop, it is actually fusion of capital R and small r. As a result all flower in F1 generation it is pink color flower having genotype capital R and small r. So here you can see in their parent this color flower was not observed. In parents actually it was red and white color, but here you can see in that generation F1 generation the color is fusion of both combinations. Then in next P2, suppose this pink color flower capital R and small r undergo self pollination. At that time the resulting F2 generation it show all three type of color of flower here. Okay. Here red color flower capital R is also developed. Pink color flower that means intermediate capital R small r also you can see here, and another possibility that is white color flower it is small r. So by this example we can understand in generation, next generation, okay, if the parent possesses not this characteristic but still possibility in their generation by fusion of this type of gamete take place. So here in this case actually capital R small r in F1 generation not a single allele is dominant over another. Okay, so both capital R and small r, okay, show its combined effect, and that's why it is not complete dominance, not a single allele is completely dominant over another, and that's why it is known as incomplete dominance. So in nature such a type of examples are observed. Now let's talk about concept of dominance. What is concept of dominance? As you know, dominance, two type of alleles are there in genotype, dominant as well as recessive. Dominant can express itself, but recessive in presence of dominant cannot express itself. So every gene contains the information to express a particular trait. In diploid organism, there are two copies of each gene. We can say it's a pair of allele, either both dominant or both recessive, or one dominant and one recessive. It is like that. Now these two alleles need not always be identical. If you talk about heterozygous, they are dissimilar type. In homozygous, it is similar type. So these two possibilities are there. One of them may be different due to some changes that it has undergone, about which we are going to study in the next chapter in detail also. Here, which modifies the information that particular allele contains. An example of this gene that contain the information for producing an enzyme for our understanding. Here there are two copies of this gene. It means ki two allelic forms. Let's imagine, let's assume, as is more common, that the normal allele produces the normal enzyme that is needed for the transformation of the substrates, that is S. Capital S means substrate. Theoretically, the modified allele could be responsible for production of three possibilities are there again. First possibility, the normal or less efficient enzyme, or second possibility, a non-functional enzyme, or maybe third possibility, that is no enzyme at all. So if we understand this case actually theoretical, so three possibilities are there. First, normal or less efficient enzyme, or non-functional enzyme, or no enzyme at all. If we talk about first case, the modified allele is equivalent to the unmodified allele. So it will produce the same phenotype or trait. It results in the transformation of substrate S here. Such equivalent allele pairs are very common. But if the allele produces non-functional enzyme, or like third possibility, no enzyme, the phenotype may be affected here. The phenotype or trait will only be dependent on the functioning of the unmodified allele. The unmodified or functioning allele, which represent the original phenotype, unmodified original phenotype, is actually dominant allele, and the modified allele is generally recessive. So one thing is clear here, that is unmodified or functioning allele, that is original phenotype, is dominant. Vice versa, the modified allele, which is generally recessive here. Hence, in the example of this recessive trait is seen due to non-functional enzyme, or because no enzyme is produced. So it is related with second and third possibility. Now one more interesting case study here, that is co-dominance or multiple alleles also. In the case of co-dominance, the F1 generation resembles both parents. Okay. Example to study here, that is very convenient to our study and very routine example, that is different type of red blood cell that determine actually ABO blood grouping in human beings. As you know, in human being, blood grouping is known as ABO type of blood grouping. The plausibility of blood group is A, B, AB or O in human. This ABO blood group actually is controlled by the gene that is known as capital I. The plasma membrane of the red blood cell has sugar polymers that protrude from its surface, and the kind of sugar is controlled by the gene. Actually, this gene capital I has three type of alleles: capital IA, capital IB and small I. This alleles capital IA and capital IB produce slightly different form of the sugar, but allele small I does not produce any sugar. So we can understand here one gene capital I, single gene having three different allele: capital IA, capital IB and small I. Capital IA and capital IB produces slightly different form of the sugar, but small I does not produce any sugar here. Human beings are diploid organism, as you know very well, 2n in nature, and each person possesses any two of the three I gene alleles. So at a time all three alleles of I gene is present in cell, that is impossible. So in the diploid organism, diploid person here, at a time two alleles of I gene are present. Capital IA and capital IB are completely dominant over small I. If we talk in other words, when capital IA and small I are present together, at that time only dominant means capital IA express itself, and when IB and small I both are present in same, at that time capital IB express itself. So as per routine of dominant theory, dominant can express itself, but recessive in presence of dominant can't express itself. But interesting point is that when capital IA and capital IB both are present together, they both express their own type of sugar, and this is because of principle of codominance. Okay, it is possible here in some cases they both present together, both are dominant in their nature and both can express their own type of sugars here. In red blood cells, they are having both capital A and capital B type of sugars. Since there are three different alleles, there are 6 different combination of these three alleles that are possible. So a total of 6 different genotypes of the human ABO blood group are possible here, and that we are going to study in next table in detail here. This table is suggests actually genetic basis of blood groups in human population. Here in first column, in first example, allele from parent 1, that is capital IA, from next parent 2, it is again capital IA. The offspring of this genotype of offspring due to fusion, we can say capital IA, and at that time blood type of offspring is obviously A blood group, because both same type of alleles are present and it show its effect like blood group A. In second case, one parent is having capital IA and another is capital IB. So as a result, in progeny offspring capital IA, capital IB, this type of genotype is formed, and both are present here, capital A and capital B. As per codominance effect, both can express themselves, and that's why the blood group in offspring, that is AB type of blood group here. Third example, in one parent capital IA and another parent small I is present. So in resulting offspring capital IA and small I is genotype, and the blood group is A here. Why it is A blood group here? Because small I is recessive, and here dominant capital IA is present and it can express itself here. Fourth example, that is one parent is having capital IB and another is having capital IA. At that time the resulting genotype in offspring, obviously that is capital IA and capital IB, and resulting blood group, that is capital A, capital B. Both can express here. In next example, both parents possess capital IB. So in offspring, IB is present and B is dominant here, and only B is present, that's why blood group is B at that time. So you can understand simply now as per dominance rule. In next example, one parent is having capital IB, means B blood group, another parent is having small I. So genotype of offspring is capital IB and small I. Small I is recessive here, capital IB is present, that is dominant here, and it can express itself as a B blood group. In last example, both parent is having recessive alleles, that is small I. So obviously in their offspring, genotype is small I, and at that time only blood group is O, that is observed in their progeny or offspring. So simply by studying this table, actually we can understand from blood group of parent, allele present here, which are the possibilities in their offspring, and we can easily understand here how this possibility of 4 type of this A, B, AB or O type of blood group is possible in human being. Single gene and more than one effect. It is also interesting to study here. When starch synthesis in pea seed, at that time it is controlled by one gene. It has two alleles, one is capital B and another is small b here. Starch is synthesized effectively by capital B. You can understand now, that is homozygotes in nature, and therefore large starch grains are produced here. So capital B, it produces large starch grains. In contrast, if you talk about small b, that is again homozygotes in nature, it is having lesser efficiency in starch synthesis and produce smaller starch grains. So we can understand when both capital B are present, at that time large starch grains are produced, but when both small b are present, at that time smaller starch grains are produced. After maturation of the seed, capital B seeds are round and the small b seeds are wrinkled. So shape is also different. We can understand capital B seeds means round and small b seeds means wrinkle. Heterozygotes produce round seeds, and so B seems to be the dominant allele. So when it is heterozygote in nature like capital B and small b, at that time B, it is like its effect show here. So seeds are round in shape, and that's why we can say here capital B is actually dominant here. But when the starch grain produced are of intermediate size, it means capital B, small b seeds. So if starch grain size is considered as the phenotype, if we size consider as a morphological character, then from this angle the alleles show incomplete dominance, we can say here. So by studying this type of example, actually we can say dominance is not an autonomous feature of a gene or the product that it has information for, but actually it depends as much on the gene product and the production of a particular phenotype from this product as it does on the particular phenotype that we choose to examine. In case more than one phenotype is influenced by the same gene. So by using different type of examples in different organisms like plant or animals, we can understand this theory easily.